Hi guys. This section of baby yoga is for your crawlers. So this is when life changes, right? When they start moving on their own. So with crawlers, we really want to just take advantage of and take opportunities to play with our kids and be spontaneous. Um, this is when I feel like a lot of times you're going to hear, if your kids are verbal yet, a lot of no's. So we don't want to ever force the babies to do yoga, but we can offer opportunities to do yoga with them and also engage in that touch time to help soothe them, to help them get movement in. So, but we're just gonna roll with it, I would say is the is the key, is the name of the game for the crawlers. So if you really want to try and do some, some baby yoga time, you might want to set the stage with some of those board books, the baby um, yoga bug, yoga whale, and some of the other board books that have just 4 or 5 yoga poses with them, and maybe some bubbles that you control. I know when my daughter was around this age, every time bubbles were open, they would just get dumped on the floor. So if you're going to use bubbles, you keep control of the container and then just let them blow. We can practice our breathing with blowing bubbles. Also, my daughter liked to just put the bubble wand in her mouth, so just beware of that. But mornings may be good with this age group before they get too tired for their afternoon nap. Hopefully if they're still napping. And if they run away, you can maybe make it a game and scoop the baby up, kind of like we did before. And so like when they were infants, of scooping the baby up and bring them in for a hug, or keeping them facing away from us, but doing some of those kind of wide squats to just make it playful and keep the baby active and moving. But you probably won't be able to do a lot of that before they're going to want to be off and running again, right? Or crawling and exploring. So again, if there's opportunity to get into some of these poses, maybe, go for it when they're into it. So seesaw is a great one to do with your baby if your baby's facing you, by just kind of going back and forth and making a seesaw. Again, you're tuning to each other with that eye contact. You're going back and forth, and your baby's going to probably really enjoy that. So when you are either the baby is facing towards you or away from you, you can do this. But we'll do away from you for now. So maybe you're sitting with baby and baby's facing outward, and you can take the baby's arms up and say, how big is baby? So big. And then snuggle in for a hug. How big is baby? So big. Okay, so then we're going to keep the baby in this position. And again, you can just see if they're into it, if they're relaxed, if they're stiffening up or they're fighting you, then we'll let them go. But this is just called twisty pose. We're going to take the baby and we're going to just gently twist the baby to one side and then twist to the other. And you're just going to hold the baby with your arms and then just twist their body. And you can do, come on, baby. Let's do the twist. And you can do 6 to 8 repetitions for this. This is going to tone the belly, refresh the lungs. In that same note, kind of like we did earlier for the mommy yoga, we can do some half moons or some side bends. So again, you're just going to take the baby's arms up and take them over to one side and the other side. I see the moon and the moon sees me. I love baby and baby loves me. So again, just gently, if they're into it, taking the baby side to side. Okay, shoulder stand is the next pose we're going to demonstrate. So again, kind of like bridge pose, if the baby's laying on her back and maybe she's fussy, or maybe she's just maybe you're changing her diaper, maybe after you change your diaper, you can try to lift the baby's legs up a little bit and see if they like that. Again, we really don't want to place any weight on the baby's head. We really want the weight to be placed on the baby's upper back. And really, you're providing, you're lifting the legs up, so we're really not we're really not having a lot of weight anywhere on the baby. Um, when we do shoulder stand as adults, we place the weight in our shoulders and never our heads. So we just want to kind of keep that in mind. But shoulder stand, anytime we turn our bodies upside down, we're just reversing the flow of blood and oxygenating the organs. And this can help with alleviating asthma and urinary problems, digestion, elimination, and the baby's brain gets refreshed. So, okay, so peekaboo is just a natural developmental stage, right? Where it's maybe the baby's covering herself with a blanket and then seeing if you're there. So that can be just a spontaneous activity that you do with the baby. So you can cover the baby's eyes with a blanket or your hands and peek, I see you and I love you. And you then snuggle and hug the baby and let them know that you're there. Okay, I hope this series for crawlers was very helpful.